It doesn't get any worse than this. This is the worst case scenario. Brother was driving white Dodge Challenger Hellcat, and he was carjacked at gunpoint. And unfortunately, this time, unlike most of my videos where it's just a simple, get out the car and give it to me and let me go, he was shot multiple times, left at the scene. The criminal, the thief, the carjacker took the Hellcat and took off. And unfortunately, the man was rushed to the hospital where he didn't make it. All over a car. Lost his life over a car, man. What's up, guys? It's your boy Knockout360 here with another video, man. So as you can tell, I'm in a car that makes this a car vlog. You already know what's going down when I come around. Let's get into it, man. Car content, car shows, car reviews, car meets. Anything and everything car related happens in this channel. So if you're into that, make sure that you stick around because you are in the right place. For everyone else, hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so that you know what's coming out and when it's coming out. So it doesn't get any worse than this, guys. I mean, in most videos where I talk about carjackings and car thefts, robberies, things of that sort, 9 times, if not 10 times out of 10, the driver, the owner, makes it out alive.
They're trying to find the person who stole a car after shooting and killing the car's owner. Police say around 12:30 this morning, the victim drove to B Street where someone approached him at gunpoint demanding his keys. Brett Neese is in the WRL Breaking News Tracker with what he's been able to learn from police.
Please tell me this violent crime happened along that section of B Street, which is just a couple of miles away from the police station. Take a look at this, though. This is the white Dodge Challenger Hellcat with a black hood that police say was taken during this carjacking. They say the driver of that car went to this area that you're seeing here from the WRL Breaking News Tracker around 12:30, and when he got there, somebody held him at gunpoint and demanded the keys.
In the car.
That person then shot that driver multiple times before taking off of the car. The man that was shot was taken to the hospital where sadly he died. Police also say there may have been a second victim in that car when
took
this
the
all
car,
happened.
yanked him out of the car. He was rushed to the
details.
hospital and didn't
I'm
make
also
it.
working to learn the name of the man who died and whether or not police have a suspect. This is one.
I've told you guys that these cars are dangerous, and I mean that. I stand on that. And this right here is evidence that it is just in fact that. Looks like this guy was just for a cruise in Fayetteville. I don't know this particular area of Fayetteville. I don't know anything about Fayetteville, to be honest with you. But on a cruise, 12:30 at night, in his car, while in his car, dude runs up on him, demands the keys at gunpoint. We don't know exactly what took place. Whether there was some sort of scuffle or whether he was fighting to keep his car, but he was shot multiple times at the scene, rushed to the hospital where he did not make it, unfortunately. First off, I want to say no car, no worldly possession is worth your life. In most cases, in most videos that I do, the owner makes it away. They survive to live to live another day. They live to see another day. This is as bad as it gets. This is the worst case scenario when it comes to owning these cars, losing your life over this car. And absolutely no sense or imagination. In no world is it worth losing your life over any car. Hellcat, Scat Pack, Lamborghini, McLaren, whatever the case may be. These are worldly possessions. These are nothing more than machines. 39 years old. I don't know if this brother had a family. I would assume he did. Of some sort, and unfortunately, I mean, he's not going home. All because of, wrong car, wrong time, and, he lost his life. It hits home, man. It hits home for a lot of us, man. I can imagine it hits home for you all out there driving your Scats and your Cats and your RTs. It certainly hits home for me. I mean, if there's one thing that I've told you guys when it comes to this car, I only drive this car at certain times of day in certain areas of the city. There are certain areas of the city I will not take this car. There are certain times of night I will not drive this car. There are certain times of day that I will get gas, and if it's too late or if it's too dark, I just won't get gas that day. And I'm a grown man. I'm a concealed carry holding grown man. But even still, I don't put myself in certain situations. 9 times out of 10, the only time that I'm driving my car late at night is if I'm leaving like a night car meet or some sort. Something with the lane hogs or some sort of car meet late at night. But for the most part, I drive this car during the day, broad daylight, have fun with it, whatever the case may be. That's when I get gas. That's when I may go get something to eat or something like that. But I don't drive this car at all times of night just because it screams. For one, it screams expensive because it's a Hellcat. So, I mean, realistically, you're paying anywhere between $70,000 plus for this car. I mean, some people are paying $100,000 plus, so you could be talking about a six-figure car. So it's expensive, and then of course it's an SRT. It's a Charger, it's a Challenger, it's a Hellcat, it's a Scat Pack. We all know what these cars do. Let's be honest here. Can we just be honest? We all know who buys these cars predominantly. You know, popular entertainment culture has made these cars real popular, popularized them. Unfortunately, there are a lot of seedy individuals that drive these cars, own these cars, steal these cars. I saw a video on TikTok where this guy was at a dealership, basically trying to scam the dealership out of buying a Hellcat, and he was using a fake ID, fake name, fake everything. And long story short, the police showed up, put the hands on him, put the cuffs on him, yanked him out of there. And then I literally saw another one down in Georgia, a couple, a man and a woman, trying to scam their way out of a Hellcat at a dealership. Police showed up because they were using a fake name, fake ID. The name came back to somebody that wasn't even the same color as this person. And the police showed up, APD showed up, took him to jail. Like, unfortunately, these cars are wrapped up in that culture, man. And it's a lot of negativity surrounding these cars, but on the other hand, there are some positive, or quite a few positive aspects of these cars. I mean, the camaraderie, the brotherhood, the fact that, you know, it's just fun to drive these cars, fun to meet other people with these cars. I meet people every single day I drive this car. I probably have a conversation with someone every single day that I drive these cars. But I got to be honest with you guys. When you buy one of these cars, RT, Scat Pack, Hellcat, you're not just buying a car. I mean, you're almost buying a lifestyle or an experience of some sort that you may or may not want or be ready for. Simple and plain. Like I've told you guys in the past, I don't take this car to the mall. I don't take it to shopping centers. If I go to a restaurant, it's during the day and it's in a, you know, well lit open area where I can see my car. I don't park this car in parking decks or parking garages. I just don't. You know, there are certain rules that you just have to follow when you own one of these cars. Me personally, if I were you guys, if you're in the market for an RT, Scat Pack, or Hellcat, specifically a Scat Pack or RT, you really need to invest in a daily driver of some sort. This is not the type of car that you want to drive all day, everywhere with anyone, especially a Hellcat. I'm not taking anything from the Scat and the RT owners, but you guys just need to heed the fact that there are a lot of people out there with negative intentions towards this car community, the Mopar car community. It's not everybody. Let's not act like everyone that owns a Scat or a Cat is a bad person. That is not the case. There are a lot of hardworking, tax-paying, good citizens out there, black, white, male, female, old, young, that own these cars, have fun with these cars. I see these people every weekend when I go to Cars and Coffee, Lake Norman, Charlotte, Concord. I meet people all over the world that drive these cars. Good people. I meet police officers that drive these cars, sheriff department officers that drive these, state troopers that drive these cars. So let's not act like every Mopar owner is a bad person. That's not the case at all. So let's stop that. Let's knock that out. What I will say is there are some people out there who do have bad intentions, who own these cars or who want to own these cars by stealing them from you or from someone else. There has to be some sort of code of conduct as it pertains to these cars, and you guys got to be mindful of it. I mean, every video that you've ever seen me make in this car. Now, like I said, I'm a concealed carry holder. I have something right now in my cup holder. I'm not going to show it on camera because YouTube hates that type of stuff and I will get demonetized. But long story short, I have something in my cup holder right now and it's not a cup. You know what I'm saying? When I make these videos, I always make these videos in a public park, like a public school parking lot. You know what I'm saying? That's where I make these videos all the time. And I park my car in such a way that my car is it's to the back of something. Like I'm not in one of the middle parking lots so that people can be walking around. Although you will see people walking just because I'm at a park and people are out here walking. But, you know, it's one of those things where I try to keep my back towards the grass, the trees, something like that. Because I just don't want people randomly walking up on me like that. But trust me when I say every video that I make, I've got something in my cup holder and it's not a cup. You know, it's not it's not a Gatorade bottle or a water bottle. You may not know that, but I'm telling you that. But that's just how it is, unfortunately. Whenever I drive this car, you know, it's in the car with me, needless to say. Concealed carry holder, I advise you guys to go out and get your concealed carry if you can. But when you own these cars, you have to be on 10. You know, it's just a lot of negativity surrounding these cars, especially, and I've noticed more of it now that I have a Hellcat, not to toot my own horn or anything like that. But I just feel like when you get to that point where you got that cat on the side of your car or that SRT on the back of your car, you are a target. You know, you're a target from multiple angles of society, you know, whether it's criminals, thieves, carjackers, or even police. Let's just be honest here. I mean, police, I can only imagine how many carjackings, thefts, break-ins that police deal with as far as Mopars are concerned on a day-to-day basis. You know what I'm saying? How many scamming situations, people trying to scam their way out of a car, trying to lie and scam their way into purchasing a car, and the police have to show up and shut it down. Like, I'm sure police have a database of all this type of stuff. And it's one of those things where when they're having their weekly, monthly, daily meetings, it's like Charger Challenger. Be on the lookout for Charger Challenger, Durango, Jeep, TRX, whatever the case may be. Anything Dodge, be on the lookout. So quite naturally, we've got a target on our back from law enforcement as well. Whether you own your car outright or not, you know, you got a target on your back as well. So you got to be mindful of that. And then, of course, like I said, criminals, carjackers, thieves, so on and so forth. That's a given, unfortunately. But you guys have got to, I hate to say it, but there has to be some sort of code of conduct as it pertains to owning these cars. I don't drive this car. I don't pull it out unless it's daytime. I only take it to certain parts of the city. I'm not parking it where I know I'm parking it for an extended period of time. Like if I got to go to the mall or if I go to Walmart or the grocery store or something of that sort. I only park this car when I know I'm going to be in and out somewhere, in and out. And even then, I try to park it up at the front so that it's not a chance that somebody can come around the bushes or something like that and break into my shit like that. And you guys know I got hella security on this car, but it's just like you still gotta play by the rules. I don't have that mindset mentality where it can't happen to me because I know it can, you know? I don't walk around with that my chest pumped out like, you know, I'm above it all, because I'm not. I mean, at the end of the day, I got the same badges and emblems that you do on your car. So it can happen to any one of us. But guys, just be careful out there, man. I mean, I understand you want to show off, you want to show out, as you should. You earned this car, you purchased it. I'm sure you got a big monthly payment coming out every month. I get all that. But at the end of the day, no car is worth your life. If you ever find yourself in a situation where you're looking down the barrel of a gun and they're telling you to hand over the keys, you can have them. They're yours. You got it. Red key, black key, what you want. It's yours. You know what I'm saying? No car is worth your life. Give it up. But at the same time, as a preventative measure, as a preventative tactic, just stay out of the wrong areas of the city, man. Areas that you know you shouldn't be in, stay away from them. Certain times of night, don't drive this car. If you got to get gas and it's late at night, if you have enough gas to make it home, get gas first thing in the morning. Get it later on in the afternoon that next day. You know what I'm saying? Don't stress yourself getting gas at night. This is not a Honda, a Toyota. What am I looking at? A Chevy Silverado. This is not any car. This is a highly sought after car by everybody. And so you got to be mindful of it. There have been plenty of times where I had low to no gas in this car, but it's like, it's 9 o'clock. I'm not taking that risk. I got enough gas to get me home. I'll deal with it in the morning. So just play by the rules, guys. My heart and condolences go out to this brother and his family. No car is worth your life. And I hope that they find who did this and throw him under the jail. Not even behind the bars, throw him under the jail, because he deserves it, because this is despicable. And the fact that it happened in my state as well, it's absolutely despicable. But guys, if you own a Mopar, RT, Scat Pack, Hellcat, TRX, Charger, Challenger, Jeep, Durango, anything, just keep your eyes open. Be smart, make good decisions, get that car home safe and sound at a decent time of night. You get home safe and sound at a decent time, and just stay away from the bullshit, man, and just stay out the way. As always, it's been your boy Knockout 360, man. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.